Good day, and welcome to Williamsburg, Virginia, the capital of colonial America and the birthplace of a great nation. Today, Williamsburg is alive with the history of our founding fathers and the vibrant world they knew. I'm Thomas Jefferson, and how well I know the taverns and meeting halls of this historic district.
Your hosts for Amta 95 are the NASA Langley Research Center just down the road in Hampton, Old Dominion University in Norfolk, the Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University, and the United States Army Communications Electronics Command.
God save the colony and God bless you all this week.
It's my pleasure to open the Amta 95 Symposium. We have a long, busy week ahead of us, and I would like to get this session going. I would like to introduce the hosts for this. Tom Campbell will speak to you in a moment. Tom's from NASA Langley. We have three other organizations participating as hosts this year. Virginia Polytechnical Institute and State University. Warren Stutzman is their representative. We have Old Dominion that will be represented by Dean Jim Cross. And we have the U.S. Army CCOM organization that will be represented by George Barber. This year, as in past years, the principal business of Amta is the technical program. And I'd like to acknowledge the nice program that Inder Gupta and his crew put together. We have, as in past years, a very excellent technical program, and that's been one of the key features of Amta. I would like to also acknowledge the exhibitors. This year, the number of exhibitors has increased. The exhibitors have always been a key part of the Amta Symposium. Without any further ado, I would like to introduce Tom Campbell, who's the host chairman this year. Tom's done a really super job, and it's my pleasure.
I, too, would like to welcome you to the 17th Conference and Symposium on behalf of the Amta 95 Steering Committee and the sponsoring organizations that Bob has already referred to. We want to welcome you to Colonial Williamsburg. We are trying to remind you of the American history, too. Those who may be history scholars in the audience, we want to remind you that this is the kind of the colonial capital back in the pre-revolutionary times. It's replicated in that fashion, and we will be highlighting some of the historical aspects of our country during your visit here to Williamsburg. Once again, on behalf of our host committee, we've been working very hard. We hope that you have a good time here and a good stay here. We want to have a good time with you. So a lot of work is going into it. It's been our pleasure to do that, and we really welcome you and hope you have a good time here in Williamsburg. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Welcome to Amta 95 technical program. As you must have seen, we have 14 sessions in this program, and each session about 6 to 7 papers in that. We have 2 special sessions, one by European Space Agency, and then there is another session on special purpose antennas. I will strongly encourage you to attend both those sessions. Most of the papers in special purpose antennas have been invited papers. We are trying to bring in more people who are in the design business, like designing antennas for automobiles, for helicopters, for cellular.
Please follow us, the Fife and Drum Corps and myself. We shall lead you to King's Arms Tavern, where wonderful victuals are being served. We hope that once there you will drink well, and you will eat well, for doth not good food and good wine enliven both the mind and the vitals alike. God save the great colony of Virginia. To dinner then. To the front. Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Bobby says not to be shy. Please come in. The hostess has assured there's a place for all. And afterwards I shall see you outside to divide you in your groups and take you on your specific tours. God save the colony of Virginia and enjoy your victuals.
Oh yes, oh yes. Still really good pictures with our kids.
Now, in Amta, the interesting part is we got contribution not from only USA, but some of the other countries also. Mainly it is from Europe. For this conference, we had 28 abstracts out of USA. We had 1 from Japan, 6 from Canada, and 21 from European agencies.
The thing I wanted to just explain is that in Europe, we are in the process of trying to establish a pan-European network of large facilities who are involved in antenna measurements, RCS measurements, microwave signature measurements, in order to profit from the validation processes, from the standardization processes.
Once again, welcome to the groaning board.
Actually, Dean, can you come up here slowly, and I'll read it for you. Make it a little bit more dramatic this way. There you go. Okay, for his outstanding and pioneering contribution to the theory and practice and art of radar cross-section measurements, for the effort that culminated in the classic publication, High-Resolution Radar Cross-Section and High-Resolution Radar Imaging. Those were very classic books just about everybody has in this business anyway. And for the wise leadership that you provided in serving chapters, committee, and organization in the antenna and RCS measurement community, for excellence in education benefiting engineers through lectures, short courses, and tutorial. To you, sir, I'd like to present this.
You.
Congratulations.
May I say that I know I am in the right company, for as I look about, the great majority are all sitting here enjoying wine. French wine, no doubt, except for those of you who prefer to indeed drink the Virginia spirits, in other words, the beer here tonight. And others of you who look like you're partaking of some quite heavy Madeira. But in any regard, I certainly am most pleased to be here tonight in your company, for I was informed as I was about to return to the palace to have a very good read that a company of men, and as I look out, I see ladies of science, have gathered here. And as the ladies are present, there is no doubt great progress amongst this company then. A most amiable group, and as it appears you have been imbibing of the spirits offered this evening, I am sure, indeed, a most enlightened assembly as well. There have been several issues of late that have concerned all of us in Virginia. Of course, first and foremost amongst them, the conflict with Great Britain, which now focuses our attention in the field. But here in the capital of civility, Williamsburg, we are endeavoring to continue our interest to provide great hospitality and civility to wayfarers and adventurers who come into town, and to allow them opportunity to address any issue. Somewhat of what I've heard you might call of late a conference, a news conference. So as I shall stand to make some opening remarks, I and then welcome your comments from the floor. And as indeed you know, I am of most liberal and enlightened mind, those questions may be upon any subject you so desire. Any subject at all. They may be indeed relevant to queries in reference to Dr. Franklin's experiments, for I have read extensively in them, or they may be relative to the politics at hand, though indeed I would hope you will be very kind to Mr. Henry. He has been attacked of late, and perhaps unduly. But I welcome any question upon any issue, and my personal life certainly is open to scrutiny, for I understand that there are many, many questions in reference to that. So if the ladies indeed are concerned, they may ask. Of science, recently, of course, Dr. Franklin, who has been in Paris
has written that he has enjoyed the company of several French scientists, and indeed was somewhat lamenting his last experiment there in France. I don't know whether many of you had heard. Dr. Franklin was attempting to indeed direct the power of electricity and lightning towards a spit in order to cook a turkey. Had you heard of this? Well, you must be informed. Indeed, he just began a most extensive observation that not only could he harness electricity from a lightning bolt by flying a kite, but that he might also attend to directing it by wire to a spit. So he had a turkey there all prepared and spitted, and then put over indeed a hearth and directed a wire out the chimney during a storm. Well, indeed, he was wont to attract the bolt of lightning very shortly. The bolt came in directly to the spit. However, he was so very close to it that several sparks flew off and ignited his very own clothing and accoutrement. Dr. Franklin, observed to be somewhat embarrassed in the presence of the eminent Frenchman, very quickly replied that as he attempted to cook his turkey, he only succeeded in cooking his goose. Sir, the only condition I could ever see that the government might be shut down is indeed if there was no contradiction of law to attend to. I think it is the great contradiction of our various forms of legality that keep a government going, that is going well beyond what a government should be instituted for. And that is, it should only be instituted for safety, defense, and a general system of taxation relative to those two former. Beyond that, I'm afraid that government can become a business more than it is a government. And so should the occasion arise where indeed a government must shut down, it certainly won't be for the lack of a system of defense or a system of safety, or indeed a system of taxation, taxing the people for every penny they're worth for those two former. It most assuredly will be for a great error in its business.